Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
All right, Christmas Eve. What's up, kids? You better get to bed soon. Santa's coming. Red and green lights lighting up the State Farm Center tonight, and it is a kind of a cloudy, but obviously a very warm Christmas Eve night with temperatures that are in the upper 40s. 48 in Springfield. There's still some 50s down near St. Louis right now. 43 degrees in Champaign. Things are looking to be quite nice as we head into your Christmas day. Let's take a look at the latest. Tracking Santa. We've got the radar pulled up, and boom, there he is, located. He's 710 miles away. It's getting close. Forecast tonight down to 37 degrees. We'll have the latest in his position and much more with your Christmas forecast coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
Christmas Eve started off busy for fire crews after one house caught fire.
It's a nice time for us to get to interact with our residents.
And firefighters did it in style today, how they teamed up with Santa to put smiles on kids' faces.
I just want anyone that comes in that is in need of, I want them to understand that, you're not forgotten.
It's hard if you're alone for Christmas, how some made sure no one had to spend dinner alone.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
This is our favorite event of the year, and I know our residents really enjoy it.
Firefighters handed out gifts and put smiles on kids' faces today to help spread holiday cheer. Good evening, I'm Mark Maxwell. Paul and Jessica are off tonight. Today was the 27th annual Operation Santa. The firefighters at the Eastern Prairie Fire Protection District put it on. WCIA 3's Andy Olson was there for part of it and joins us now. Andy, it looks like they had a lot of gifts to give out there. Where'd they all come from?
That's right, Mark. They had hundreds of gifts, and they were all donated. The fire district was collecting all month for the occasion. They say it means more, knowing all the gifts came from the goodwill of the community. Sirens could be heard all over Champaign County early Tuesday, but they weren't on for a fire. They were letting the neighborhood know they had presents. Operation Santa by the Eastern Prairie Fire Protection District helped kids celebrate Christmas early. Captain John Bell says his favorite part is seeing people's reactions.
The kids love to run up, give Santa a hug. The parents shake our hands. We had a child just a little bit ago got a soccer ball, and a few of the firefighters were kicking the ball around with them. And, it's a nice time for us to get to interact with our residents.
The fire district began their day at the hospital giving toys to kids who can't spend the holiday at home. Then they rode through some of the neighborhoods they serve. Eastern Prairie is made up of just 30 firefighters, but they say all of them volunteered to help spread joy on Christmas Eve. Bell has been involved with the event for 15 years now. He's hoping there's many more in his future.
I'm very blessed to be a part of this organization, and I know the other firefighters feel the same way, and we just like to help our community.
Now, for the first time, they had Santa flown in on a helicopter to the hospital to help deliver gifts. He told me he had his own ride back to the North Pole, though. Mark, he mentioned something about a sleigh and 9 reindeer.
Very interesting. You'll love to see it. Andy, thank you. The Eastern Prairie Fire Protection District has been around since 1962. They serve roughly 10,000 people in unincorporated parts of Champaign County. The first Operation Santa back in 1992. Santa was busy today. He also teamed up with the Champaign Fire and Police Departments to deliver gifts to one family who suffered a tragedy last week. Leslie Gill and her daughter Kajana Edwards died in a house fire on Sherwood Court. The family lost everything, including their Christmas gifts, so people donated carloads of gifts and presents to the Champaign Fire and Police Departments to deliver to the family. There are some images of it there. And here's how they delivered it. With the help of Santa, many of you pitched in to help raise roughly $7,500 in cash and gift cards to help that family through this very difficult time. I spoke with one of Gill's sons on the phone today. He said it was a beautiful thing to see people he's never met come through for him and his family in a time of need. And we have an update at 10 tonight. Urbana firefighters kept busy tonight to put out flames that sparked up in a home. It happened near Hartle Avenue and South Glover. When crews got there, flames were shooting out of the chimney. They were able to put it out within 20 minutes. Be careful, Santa Claus. There is smoke damage throughout the house there. Everybody who was inside got out safely. A 10-year-old boy who was shot earlier this month is home now just in time for Christmas. Dakari Roberts' mother says he was discharged from the hospital Friday. He was shot in his chest twice while he was in his bedroom, his house near Williamsburg Drive and Garden Hills Drive. Roberts' mother says he's happy to be home for Christmas and to be able to play with his sister. Police still have no leads on a suspect there. Gary Shue, you've got mail and you've been served. A judge granted lawyers a rare exception to let him serve this man with a federal lawsuit via email. Gary Shue is accused of using his position as a department head at the U of I to take advantage of a number of students there. Lawyers for 3 accusers say they had not been able to find Shue for months. His lawyer was asking for more time to respond to the complaint, saying Shue had been back in China and wouldn't be back in the U.S. until the end of the month. A judge will decide where the case goes from here. The fine for people who disobey Scott's law is about to get bigger. 4 state troopers died this year as a result of people who failed to slow down or move over. At the start of this new year, that minimum fine will double. State police hope that stiffer penalties will send that message to remind folks when you see flashing lights, slow down and move over.
Raising fines and actually getting in people's pocketbooks will bring awareness. You know, the fine right now as it stands is between $100 and $10,000. Starting January 1st, the fine, if you violate the move over law, is no less than $250.
That maximum fine, if you break the Scott's law, is $10,000, and if a driver injures or kills someone who's parked on the side of the road, that's an automatic Class 4 felony. The Salvation Army has announced the results for their Gurneys, Guns, and Hoses bell ringing. The competition was between the Macon County Fire Department's Sheriff's Office, Police Department, and the Ambulance Service. The Fire Department came out on top. They raised nearly $6 grand. The entire competition brought in $18,000 plus, and with all that extra money, they gave it to the Salvation Army Red Kettle Dinner Gala. The organization matched it with a $25,000 gift. Santa may have Rudolph to help get through the heavy fog, but flights didn't have all that extra luck today. Plus, we all know at least one person who waits until the last minute to shop for Christmas. Don't look at me. But at least they had good weather while they were trying to beat the clock. And it's been a great year for high school sports. We'll take a look back.